Welcome back. So today we are going to discuss about a particle box. So as we are discussing about the wave mechanics, where Schrodinger wave equation, how we got that relation between mass and energy, of how that particle wave equation interacts, and we got the knowledge about normalization and the orthogonal wave function, how it will be normalized, and what is normalization. So probability of getting a particle in a particular region constraint, if it is equal to 1, then that function is we call as normalized. Okay. If that probability is 0, or if the two wave functions, if you take probabilities at the same time in the same region, then that will be equal to 0. So today, let me start about particle in a box, that is one dimension case. That is one dimension case. So here, let us consider a particle is moving in one dimension. So this one is one dimensional case, right? So let a single particle of mass m, let a single particle of mass m, single particle of mass m be confined to move on one dimensionally, is confined to, so be confined is confined to move in one dimensional box, move in one dimensional box of length L. So then the potential energy within the box is 0. So as if I consider a particular one dimensional box like this, if its length is from here to here, it is equal to L. So I will call this point as at x equal to, this point as x equal to 0, and I will call this point as x equal to L. Okay, so our length is from 0 to L, that is total length is L. So the potential energy within this box is 0, means that is V is equal to 0 within this box. So it has at this bottom, it has potentially is equal to 0, means in this within total box it will be 0 only. Okay, so as this y-axis we consider as a potential axis, and this one we consider as position axis. Okay, so as we move from origin, so along the y-axis we get the potentials, but in this box, particular in this region of 0 to L, that potential is 0. So what do we call that one as? So at the boundaries, its potential is infinite. Potential is infinite. But at the center of the box, center or within the box, so potential is equal to 0. This is potential that is equal to 0. So we write that condition as, that is V is equal to 0 for if that x is less than L and greater than 0, and it is equal to infinity for x is less than or equal to 0 and x is greater than or equal to L, because after the length L also its potential is infinity here, so it is at infinity level, and at this at x equal to 0 its potential is 0. So that's why we call this one as infinite potential box, we call, because at both the boundaries at x equal to 0 and x equal to L we have potentials at infinity. So now what we do, if I leave any particle in this particular box of both the side potentials are infinite, then if I leave any particle in this box, so what it does, it will start to move. As if you leave any free particle, it has only kinetic energies, it won't have any potential energy, as we know that last class. That so if I leave that particular free particle in this box, it will move, or it will oscillate within this box. But how it oscillates, how what is the behavior of that particle, then how the energy will be possessed by that particle within this box, that we are going to study in this case. Okay, so as I have that potential is equal to 0 for in this region of 0 to L, and I have infinite potential for at x equal to 0 and x equal to L, means that at the boundaries we have, there is no probability of getting this particle at the exact boundary of at x equal to 0 and x equal to L. We don't have any particle existence. That particle will be existed only this within this box where the potential is 0, right? Now, so now for one dimensional time independent Schrodinger equation is given by, for one dimension Schrodinger equation, time independent Schrodinger equation is given by, time independent Schrodinger equation is given by equation that is dou square psi by dou x square plus 2m divided by h cut square into e minus v of psi is equal to 0. So last class we have taken E is equal to W, that is total energy. So here I am writing that one as E. Okay. So as I told that within the box potential is equal to 0. Therefore I am particularly interested only within the box, that is 0 to L. So at as V of x is equal to 0 in 0 to L, so that Schrodinger equations becomes the dou square by dou x square plus 2m e divided by h cut square of psi, that is equal to 0. Let me call this equation as 1. Now, so I will call this particular term, that is 2e m divided by h cut square as k square. I will call this term as k square. Means this k square becomes, that is equal to 2m e divided by h cut square. Then k is equal to square root of 2m e divided by h cut. So this is a constant. Okay, I will keep as it is in terms of k. So this equation becomes dou square psi by dou x square plus k square psi is equal to 0. So this equation represents about second order differential equation. I'll call this equation as 2. Then the solution for this above equation becomes, so we calculated this one as d square plus k square of psi, that is equal to 0. By the knowledge of differential equations, we get two roots as d is equal to plus or minus ik. Now, the solution of the above differential equation, that is equation solution. The solution for above differential equation becomes, that is solution is psi is equal to a sin kx plus b sin b cos of kx. So this is the differential equation solution for above differential equation. Okay, so this is the solution where a and b are constants. Now I need to calculate constants, that is a and b, by applying boundary conditions, as we have studied already in your previous mathematics classes about differential equations, where you need to apply boundary conditions to calculate coefficients. Okay, so as I told that at the boundaries, in the box particular length 0 to L, So probability of getting the particle or observing the particle or wave is 0 at exactly x equal to 0 and x equal to L. So how it becomes that equation, wave seems like this. Here see, I will consider from here to here as a length L. This is at x equal to 0 and it is at x equal to L. So probability of getting this particle is 0 at the boundaries. Even you can see probability curve for this above equation, above wave equation, that is wave, that is at exactly x equal to 0 it is 0 probability, and at x equal to L its probability 0. So means most of the particle existence will be there in the center of the box. So at the boundaries it will be 0. So by applying these boundary conditions we can calculate a and b constants. So I've read this equation again, that is psi of x equal to a sine of kx plus b cos of kx. Okay. Now by applying the boundary conditions, as I have two boundaries at x equal to 0, the probability of that particle is 0. Means that wave function is not existed. Means at exactly x equal to 0, wave function is not there. So probability is 0. So therefore, psi of 0 is equal to a sine of 0 plus b cos of 0. So sine of 0 becomes 0, cos of 0 becomes 1, that is 1. So that is psi of 0 is equal to b. So as I know that probability of getting this particle within the at x equal to 0 is 0, means probability is equal to 0, this b probability is equal to 0 means this b becomes 0. So as I got that particular constant in this above equation, that is b is equal to 0, means this whole second term will be vanished. Then we will be remain with only one equation, that is psi of only one term, that is psi of x is equal to a sine kx, a sine kx. So I have second boundary at x equal to L. So as you know, as I told that at exactly x equal to L also its probability is 0, means probability of psi of x equal to L is also 0, means at psi of x equal to L becomes a sine k L, right? A sine k L. So means what I get, as probability of psi at x equal to L is equal to 0, means that becomes a sine k L is equal to 0. Means a cannot be 0 as it is constant, a cannot be 0, is not equal to 0, then sine of kx is equal to 0. Sine will be 0 for theta that is equal to n pi. So means this kx that is at kl is equal to n pi, and because x is nothing but our l at exactly boundary condition l. So then kl becomes n pi, then k becomes n pi by l, n pi by l. So if I substitute, so I will write the above equation by substituting the k value. Psi of x becomes a sine n pi l into x, because I had a sine kx, so I am substituting k value here. So this is what the equation of a wave that will be possessed within the one dimensional box. Okay, so this probability will be 0 at x equal to 0, and its probability will be maximum within the box, and at once again its probability will be 0 at x equal to L. So as I got that at boundaries its probability is 0, means it will be certainly that particle probability will be maximum within that box. As a particle is within the box, we have normalization condition as normalization condition as that is from integration from 0 to L psi star into psi into dx, that is equal to 1. Its probability of getting the particle or finding the particle within that box is equal to 1, where psi is the wave function, that is a sine n pi x by L, where psi star is the complex conjugate of the same function, that is a into a star into sine n pi x by L. So now if I substitute these two equations here, if I integrate that one, I will get as a star into a sine square n pi x divided by L into dx, that is equal to 1. Then as a star into a, so I can write that as a mod a square, and from 0 to L sine square of n pi x by L dx is equal to 1. So I can write this sine square of something, or some sine square of n pi x by L can be 1 minus, that is 1 by 2 of 1 minus cos 2n pi x divided by L, 2n pi x divided by L, right? So this is equal to sine square, this is equal to sine square of n pi x by L, okay, from the trigonometric relations. So I will get this part as, so the mod of a square by 2 from 0 to L 1 minus cos square, 1 minus cos 2n pi x divided by L into dx, that is equal to 1. So if I integrate this one, I will get as mod of a square divided by 2 into x minus sine 2 pi n x divided by L. So this whole is limited from 0 to L, that is equal to 1. So after substituting and solving this one, I will get as a square by mod a square by 2 into L, that is equal to 1. Then a becomes square root of 2 by L, right? So if I substitute this a value in the above wave equation, that is psi of x is equal to square root of 2 by L sine n pi x divided by L. Okay, so I will call this above equation where we got after the boundary conditions, I will call this equation as 2. Then equation 2 becomes, so this is equation 3. Equation 3, then this equation 3 becomes as psi of x is equal to square root of 2 by L sine by n by x by L. So I will call this equation as 4. Okay. Then now I got a particular wave function. What will be its nature within that box by this equation. Okay. Now if I calculate its energy, what energy becomes, so how that energy will be possessed by this particle. As I have calculated k value, so in this equation I have calculated k value, right? K is equal to what we get? K is equal to n pi by L I got, right? So, and I have another one term, that one I have already defined from Schrodinger wave equation, that is 2m e divided by h cut square is equal to k square, right? So now if I substitute this k value in this equation, what I get is e 2m e divided by h cut square is equal to n square pi square divided by L square. So now if I change these orders, then I will get E is equal to n square pi square h cut square divided by 2m L square, 2m L square. This is what the energy possessed by the particle within the box. The energy possessed by the particle within the box, where n represents about its state, in which state that particle is there, in which state particle will possess its nature, particularly sign of x is equal to square root of 2 by L sin n by x by L. So by changing the n value, we will get the particular wave function, how it looks like, and what will be its energy possessed in that state, that is given by E is equal to n square pi square h cut square by ml 2ml square. So this is the energy. We call this equation, this energy, as also as eigenvalue. Okay. So as I got that only wave function in only one dimension. So how these wave functions will look like in 2 dimension and 3 dimension. So I got this is the energy is only for x direction, means that is only one dimensional. So for y direction, if I particularly calculate individually, that is Ey becomes ny square, this is nx square, ny square, pi square, h cut square by 2ml square. Then Ez becomes nz square, pi square, h cut square divided by 2ml square. If it is cubical box, we will get all the lengths as same. If it is not cubical box, exactly cubical box, then it becomes Lx, Ly, Lz. According to the dimension of its length, we will calculate the particular energy of a wave function within that box, whether it is 2 dimension, whether it is 1 dimension, whether it is 3 dimension. Then what about total energy becomes? So total energy becomes E is equal to Ex plus Ey plus Ez. Then the total energy E becomes h cut square pi square divided by 2m into nx square by lx square plus ny square by ly square plus nz square by lz square. Okay, so this is what the energy of a 3-dimensional box. Then what about the wave function? Complete wave function in 3 dimension is given by psi of x, y, z. That becomes square root of 2 by Lx, Ly, Lz. Because individually I need to calculate the wave function, then I need to multiply all these things. So sine of nx pi by Lx into x into sine of ny pi y divided by Ly into sine of nz pi z divided by Lz. So this is what a 3-dimensional wave equation. So these two equations are very important to calculate the wave function energy and how that wave function looks like. There is wave equation in 3-dimensional box. So this is what totally a particle, if it is confined within a particular box of region 0 to L in for 1 dimension, if it is confined in all 3 dimensions, that is Lx, Ly, Lz, then we can calculate the particular probability how the particle is existed within the box. So here now I will show about how that wave function will look like within the 1-dimension box. Okay, so this is what wave equation will look like. This means that is our amplitude is from square root of 2 by L to minus square root of 2 by L, because if it is in below also means it is in negative axis also. This is what 1-dimensional particle in a box wave equation. As wave equation we have already calculated. This is what wave will look like within the particular region of 0 to L. So its probability of getting that particle within the region 0 to L is given by mod of psi square. So that I will get as probability look like this. Then, so this is what the energy, if I substitute n equal to 1, this is for n equal to 1, it is called as a ground state. This one is called as a ground state. For n equal to 1, I will get n square, 1 square into E1. So where E1 is equal to pi square h cut square by 2ml square. So I have already calculated, only substitute n value, we will get 1 square, and that remaining part we have defined as E1. So then this, if I send or excite this particle to the second excited state, that is n equal to 2, that is first excited state, n equal to 2, second state, that is wave function will look like this. If I substitute n value in a square root of 2 by L sin n pi x, I will get wave equation as this. Then if I calculate the probability of this equation, we will get probability as like this. So it will be 0 to L, its probability once again it will be equal to 1 only. But in that region, particularly we have a region from 0 to L by 2, this region is L by 2, and this from L by 2 to L. So what its probability will changes. From 0 to L by 2 its probability is half, and L by 2 to L its probability is half. So if I calculate the probability region, so here I will get this will be 0.5 within this rate. So for left part, if I change the region, so this will be 0.25 because it is 1/4 of a whole equation, whole wave function. Its probability within this region, it will be 0.25. So if I calculate total probability of this whole equation within this box will be equal to 1 as we got. By considering this equation, wave equation only, we have calculated the probability that is equal to 1 because it is normalized. It will be confined within that region. So if I exact to the next state, that is second exact state, or that is third state, n equal to 3, then I will get 3 square E1. So its energy, it is a box where its energy levels are increasing, and this is the wave equation, and this is the probability. Once again, we can change by changing the region of where we are going to calculate the probability. Its probability of finding the particle is changes. Okay. Now, so if I can exact to the other states also, then we will get all the wave functions we can see here. Okay. So for ground state, it is like only one wave. Yes, it is a half wave. Right. For second state is a full wave, one wavelength, right? So here I get a probability as into regions. So this is what one-dimensional box looks like. So further part of this quantum mechanical part will be studied by harmonic oscillator. That will be continuing next class. Okay, thank you.